notification, whether you will be receiving one. Buffering. Okay. I can see we're buffering, guys, so just bear with me. Hi, Cherie. There you go. Just got on your phone and here I am. And I even set it. I don't know really how to operate all this stuff. I act like I do, I don't. So I kind of planned it for like 5 minutes. And I could see that if you went on to your subscriptions, I would come up. But I don't, you only just got a notification, but I did try and plan it a little bit to give you some warning. One to beloved, hi, how are you? Yeah, you did get a notification. What, just now or about 5 minutes ago? Ah, send in for clearing. Hello. Okay. I'm a bit blurry-eyed. Starry-eyed. Oh my, I've just been outside while I was waiting for the 5 minutes to pass. Looking up, I can't see any stars. They're not there. It must be cloudy up there just now. Okay, so you've got it when I've come live. That's cool. Okay, there's a few of us now. Oh, I find myself alone. I've been busy. Well, I haven't been busy. I've been hanging out with my daughters, which is great, especially when it's my eldest. So a lot has come to kind of like the surface because me and her have a good catch up, and she's actually a twin flame. She's in union with her divine masculine. And she is just like all of us, not very impressed at the moment. Okay. It's so having like a chat with her, it's still this boyish behavior. So interesting. I've just kind of taken her home, had another body takeover, seeing as the person driving didn't have a clue about my neighborhood or where to go. Even my daughter went, "Are we going this way?" And I said, "Well, apparently so. I've forgotten where we're going." And then coming home, it was like I was like showing them around the estate. Very weird. So I've had another body takeover. I felt like it was my masculine, and I was like showing him around. It's hilarious. Okay, so I'm starting to recognise this now. But I pulled some. I knew I was going. Well, I just had the urge. I come in, and it's like, okay, I want to get on. I've still got my boots on. Not even. So here I am. I went outside. No stars. I'm a bit blurry-eyed. And like, this is a time when I get to me now, and it's like, okay, I'll chat to you guys. I don't remember much about the reading earlier as well. That was quite emotional. I get so emotional, baby. So I thought I'd come on and do a live. I feel like we haven't really chatted for ages. I pulled some I'm talking quickly. Okay. I pulled some Channel of Love cards, and I just thought it was really interesting what came out. And I thought, well, I'm going to leave them here. And we've got the first card is Living the Tao. What that took me to, because I stopped sharing the Tao Te Ching on the Facebook page at number 15. That was quite a while ago. And I haven't picked it back up. And 15 being the devil, 16 being the tower, which we've kind of gone through. So I feel I'm to start that back up, living the Tao. Another reason is because Wayne Dyer come to mind, and I shared one of his videos the other day. Now, Wayne Dyer studied the Tao. I cannot remember, because there's 81 verses, whether I think he might have spent 4.5, he spent a whole year studying the Tao Te Ching, and he had lots of different translations, and then he would read them and then write his own translation of the Tao. And I listened to a video, and it said that the Tao was really for like the masters, okay, to read, to understand the Tao. So we're masters now. I'll start sharing the Tao Te Ching again, okay? Starting tonight. We'll go to 16, okay? I didn't know why we stopped. I've never stopped before, halfway through sharing it, but we stopped at the tower. Then came out Feminine Compassion. Now that is the Strength card, but I'm trying to pay attention to like the words that I've put on here. And then we've got Hidden Secrets, which is the moon, but the hidden secrets, okay? So we've got Living the Tao, which is the hermit. It made me feel as if someone's very quiet, okay? Feminine compassion is needed, and I'm not sure that us feminines, we're purging a little bit at the moment, even ones that are in union, in relationship with their divine counterpart. My daughter said it's not roses all the time, but she go, she can see the improvement. And she was saying it's just that we have so much belief in them and they just can't kind of find that themselves. Anyway, hidden secrets, the moon. I turned the deck over to see what was at the bottom. And the divine masculines here. Hi, Laurie. Okay, so we've got the divine masculine, which was kind of like, okay, this explains why he's living now. It's a hermit. It's where you become a master. Okay. Feminine compassion, asking us really to, purge this out. Okay. I even said to my daughter, because they are in physical union, I said to her, but you can talk to his inner self, instead of, because she's saying it frustrates me when he's in another room and he won't just come in and talk to me and he texts me. It's like, why can't you just face me and say, and I said to her, but you can tap in because you're together, you're not using the telepathy. And I told her about the dragons, and her dragon's purple. And then she held up a card. She went this kind. Oh no, it's a phone. She went, this kind of purple. I said, that's the purple. And we started to design her dragons. So I think once we tap into this, and these guys are in union, and she's kind of going to me, yeah, but 2 years, mum. is this actually gonna But she does see the change. And I had to remind her, I said, but he's so much more advanced than the other masculines. And she's like, yes. I said, you've got to give him a break. Okay, it's a lot for them to take on. But I suppose we just kind of think if we've done the work, what's wrong with them? But so there's definitely this impatience. Okay, so divine masculine. And it's like he needs feminine compassion. He's got a lot of hidden secrets. And I feel as if the masculine knows that he's got to be completely authentic here. There's no kind of with other relationships where you don't tell everything. And that's not this kind of connection. It takes a while. And it's hard to tell somebody all your darkest secrets when you plan on kind of spending the rest of your life with them. They know them all. So there's a lot. And the masculines, we were talking again about just any teenage movies that you watch, and we were kind of talking about how the masculines behave, and you're like, oh, they all kind of behave like that, though it's quite seedy. And it's like, yeah, but they do grow up, and we can't brand them because most boys are like that. So it's definitely about kind of designer dragons. I swear, I'm not telling everyone who's your dragon. Oh. Okay, I've kind of been babbling. So these are the cards, okay, and it kind of made sense. I thought, well, this is kind of on what I've been touching on, especially within my conversations, off of the tarot and in general. Sometimes the stars do not show up. Okay, Laurie, you went to see, was it you I caught on the end? You went to see Deepak. Was it yesterday, day before? Was it awesome? He's 61 years old, needs to grow up eventually. Yeah. Well, that's cool. You could easily have another 40 years of a grown up. It's like they will. They're not really impressed with how other boys, how other masculines behave, and it's just sometimes they slip back into it themselves. Yes, on Thursday it was awesome. I'm really intrigued to kind of know when I listen to latest material of Abraham, because we evolve, and Abraham will always say, they can't actually, spirit can't really evolve without us, because it's us that brings those ideas. Spirit, it has it all, but it can't physically bring them here. So that's how we kind of expand. And I love listening to Abraham now, and because Abraham would never ever talk really about soulmates, twin flames, definitely. You could Google it at one point and it wouldn't really kind of come up, but now everyone's kind of talking about it, about the connection. I don't know who Dr. Bernie Siegel. That's how you come across all these new kind of mentors. I imagine everyone that was kind of speaking was awesome. He said, "We are just a speck in the universe." Yeah, as a speck fell on stage. I'm seeing sinks. I swear, with Megan, like tonight or today, all we talk about is sinks. It's like, it's amazing. We don't mean to. Like, she kind of like was watching the premiere with me, and then she just went to me, "Did you say you called that video like True Blue?" And then she was showing me things that were blue, and then something else she had seen earlier that had kind of come up that was kind of the wording of True Blue. So she's really, and an owl. She keeps hearing an owl hooting, loads of things. And I told her the story about her dad showing up in the car when I was with Emily. It's quite amusing. It's quite amusing. Oh, so many sinks. I just live in this world of sinks now. I'm quite fascinated. So, I mean, when she turned up, I said, "I've got so much to tell you." I said, "I've got a dragon." I said, "I can travel." I said, "I can actually see through material now." And she's sitting there. I said, "Don't worry, mummy's gone completely crazy." I mean, that's how much like I'm evolving. And I said to her, just things like we'll be able to teleport. It's like, it's all possible. We are just a speck. And the universe needs us. Everything's just perfect. Okay. Spirit has our back big time. Yeah, I love it. It's everywhere. You just cannot even escape it. And I think the more that we open up to it, it's like, whoa, we've been told to really open up to this. And when you do, like, you just know when they say, knowing without knowing, you just know it's a knowing. The amount of years I've kind of thought, oh, I can't have much more to kind of like realize to know, and it shocks me every time. I don't even say that anymore. I don't know, what ready is. I don't know what we're to expect, but it's pretty cool. And I've totally kind of not disconnected from like society, but I can kind of handle society. Society's kind of adapted. So definitely not attracting bad vibes, which is really nice. Living in the present moments, I can see everything. Well, we've kind of been shown it all, haven't we? Kind of on the movies. My daughter just took us to like Sense8. Whether you've watched that on Netflix, she said, "Well, it's just like Sense8, Mum. They were communicating before, they kind of we won't talk about like having the cosmic orgy that goes on in Sense8, but it raises the vibration. It's spot on, really." Laurie, have you been channeling? I haven't read. I can see that you've put quite a lot of messages. So your message has been channeled, and I'll read back over them later on and put it all together. Okay, which works best? Because when we was watching my premiere back, I was saying stuff on the video, and Megan's like looking at me, and she's like, "Cats are so bloody noisy." There was a point in the video where I went, "Oh, I've got the hiccups," or "Is that a burp?" And she just burped. She went, "I've just burped." I said, "Oh, that must be why." I kind of confirmed it. And that's what you get. I get more from watching this back and then watching your comments, and how, especially on a premiere, that's not even possible because I've recorded that like 2 hours before we sit and watch it. And watch how your comments sync up with what I'm saying. That's why I say to you, don't worry, whatever you need will be answered. It's okay. So I don't tend to worry too much. Hello, cats. I swear, nightmare. Megan's in her glory. She loves coming home to see the cats. Like, she don't leave them alone. It's like, oh, jeez. Yeah. Tia actually attacked her earlier, the little one. The little one, I got into my bedroom, and she's a bit of a nightmare. So I have to lay on the bed and pretend that, mummy wants a cuddle. And I'm like, come on, cuddle me. And it takes about 5 minutes of gradually getting her nearer and nearer the door. But I keep moving over the bed, and then I can pick her up because she doesn't like it. I can put her down, but it's like as I walk past, she'll like jump at me and attack me. Well, Megan was winding her up, kind of staring her out, and I'm like, don't do that. Let me just get her out. And I got her out, and when I put her down, like at the top of the hallway outside my bedroom. She went to run back in and we're like, no, no, no. So we come downstairs and as Megan walked past to come into the kitchen, she was hiding and she jumped out and she headbutted Megan's leg and then ran back again. I said, I told you not to wind her up. She said, why did she just do that? I said, because you were staring her out. She headbutted her. It was hilarious. Ah, there's a guy from England here that's a channeler. What do you mean, Laurie? Through you? England, let him speak. All right, I'm just going to check. Hello, right, okay. I'm making sure. Guys, that's a channeler here from England. Okay, so this is who you're channeling. Who's Maskville? I don't understand that language. I struggle with like English. So, okay. Hi, McKenna. We're going to design dragons, everyone. Number 11, love it. We've already spoke about Carol's Run growing up. Thursday, you went to Wayne Dyer. At 16, is that what that says? Okay, he said we are just a speck in the universe as a speck fell on stage. I take it that's Wayne Dyer. Dr. Bergie Siegel there, retired paediatrician. Okay, sinks all the time. Spirit has our back. Laurie, living in the present moment, I can see everything. Seriously, these cats, I'm going to like, I don't know what I'm going to do, okay? Have some patience. Sorry, I go on a roll when I'm going to channel him. All right, I do my pelvic floor. Okay, I'm lost, Laurie. Tell him to buck up his ideas with the channeling. Okay. Woo! Laurie's going off on some kind of channeling that I can't even. I think she's back now. What's the why about? Right, I'm getting back to some cards because what's why about? You was designing with crystals. You're just watching. Hi, Laurie. Laurie, you totally confused me. We need to find out what's going on here. What cards do I want to use? The Druid's Craft Tarot. Let's just have a nice Saturday night session. What time is it where you are? Tell me. It's 22:54 here. Where's the Druid's Craft Tarot? I'm humming. Why am I humming? Druid Craft Tarot. Oh, I see you. Live in the Tao, feminine compassion, hidden secrets, underlying energy, the divine masculine. I don't even know what's going on out there in the world or how others are reporting the energy. Okay. You're always designing with crystals. Awesome. 554. Okay. Oh, 254 there. Hi, Lauren Zen. And seeing the connection in films. So we play a little game here where we, our kind of DVDs are like in a bookcase upstairs. So someone goes up there and then you shout a number and that's like what row it's on. And then you have to kind of go across. I did try 17, Laurie. I did kind of go row 1, 17, all right. But I can't remember what we ended on. And the film we ended up watching was The Parent Trap. That is just such a twin flame connection. And the one with Lindsay Lohan in it. My kids love that. Okay. Everybody knows the whole kind of move. Din, 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 when she does like that little dance with the butler. Anyway, so that's a movie. That was lovely. We sat down and watched that and we're picking out all the syncs in all of it. Okay, like they both had to kind of find what they actually achieved, what they wanted to do. And they were apart for 11 years. Anyway, so what other film did Megan say she had watched? It might come to me. So we watched The Parent Trap. All these things coming in. We had a very interesting conversation. I'm going off into one here. All right, we're having story time now. I'm trying to tell you what kind of is on the radar. Okay, what's the story? What's the news? We were down the shop before I took her home. Me and Megan went to the shop, and we got to an end of an aisle, and she said, "That's good," and she was like looking at some alcohol. And I said, I don't really know, like, the price of alcohol. And I said, a lot of people buy alcohol, don't they? I said, I bet the sales in here are quite high for alcohol. I said, I reckon we should do a survey because we don't have, like, any bar or pub on our estate. So alcohol sales. So I get to the till and I said to the guy there, who I'm friendly with, I said, we're doing a bit of a survey and I just wondered, what are the alcohol sales like in here? I said, I bet they're really high. He said, out of this chain of like a local store or shop, he said, this estate sells more alcohol than any of the others. And so we was having this conversation. It was amazing. I said, I'm going to quiz you more about it. I said, but I wondered. I just went to Megan, right, they all need tarot readings, don't they? But it's the kind of area where it's a little bit upper class. For where I live, you would probably be called a snob to live here. Okay, so it's a nicer area to live in. Most of them are professionals. Apparently, it's single men, like haven. It's like meant to be full of single men. I don't really see them. But if you do go down the shop about 9, 10 o'clock at night, you do see them in the alcohol aisle. And also just getting their little ready meals. It's kind of, you know, that they're out quite late, you know, picking up. Anyway, apparently that's the case in my area. It's like, I've been here nearly 6 years, I think. It's like, really? I don't know where they all are. Just very interesting. I'm getting statistics on the area. Don't you think that's interesting? And I said that when I drove home, I felt like I was driving somewhere around and kind of going, well, there's the clock tower. We have a tower here. Like the proper tower in the tower cut. It's not like got flames out of it. Okay, I think it's been sold. It's going to be made into like accommodation, but they're not allowed to change the structure of it. This used to be like a hospital, I think a mental hospital. All the streets are called after people that kind of was in this hospital. So, okay, very interesting. And it was like I was a tour guide. So we've got statistics on the local area. It's something to do with alcohol. And I find it hard because, and then because I don't go down the alcohol aisle ever, okay, at shopping, but I know a lot of people. Well, I know a lot of people here will get a bottle of wine and easily do a bottle of wine a night. Okay, they're business people. Stressful day. Most of the children go to schools outside the area, so they're mostly sent to the next county because the education's better rather than using the local schools. And their children tend to, you know, you see them walking home on their own. A lot spend either in childcare. So it's not like a family, like estate, really. A lot of people work. So they drink quite a lot, apparently. Statistics say most in the area. What's that about? Looks can be quite deceiving. Well, what happened, I had my shopping delivered the other day and I was unloading it all and I was saying to him, my daughter's done this, I just pay. And then I pull out this great big watermelon, all right? My daughter loves bloody watermelon. And I pull out this great big watermelon and I went, she's ordered a great big watermelon here because I normally say to her, you're not having a whole one. And she had said to me, I've done something naughty. I said, what's that? She said, I've ordered a watermelon. I said, it's fine. It's not really naughty, is it, really? So I giggled when it come and I was like, she's ordered a watermelon. And then as he went to me, she's forgot the most important thing, though. And I said, what? He said, you've got no alcohol. And I thought, are you joking? I said, I don't drink. I wouldn't think of getting a bottle of alcohol. Anyway, so alcohol has been on the radar. I personally, right, that's a lot to consume. I just don't have a taste for it. Okay. Grab your eggs. Let's get off of me having a chat, okay? This is just the stuff that's gone on. Why are people drinking so much? I don't have drinkers. Well, actually, my kids were talking about drinking. Now, Emily, even though she's underage, but we know that that means like nothing, she'd just drink to be clever or to socialise. She wouldn't drink at home. She was bringing up concern actually today. This was quite concerning. I love it when we're all together because we have a good chat and I find out what's going on. Because like she'll speak maybe more openly with her sister around to like back up in case I've done something wrong. But she said that I'm quite concerned about a couple of her friends because I can see them on chat and they'll be swigging from wine bottles. And it's like, why are you drinking? Well, I've had a bad day, haven't I? And I'm like, geez, man, you're like 16. Anyway, so I know Emily doesn't like do that. And I know kids that have been on antidepressants. And my kids have been through it. They've had enough reason to be put on antidepressants, okay? They've lost all their family, like due to just a transition, okay? You know, when everyone kind of goes missing, they suffer from that. Their fathers died. They've been through their spiritual transformation, the dark night of the soul, and never have my children ever been, I've never called them depressed. And there's a lot of people that put their children under medication. Anyway, why am I going on about this? So Emily was telling me about a couple of her friends. And one of them, I said, how is she? And she said, apparently she's getting help. She's got like 5 counsellors. This kid's 16. The drinking got way out of control. And Emily said, I don't really speak to her anymore. I said, you can't really help her. You've told her everything that she needs to know, all right, but you can't help her. She's going to have to go through this. And I think it's just draining, especially when you really want to try and help your friend. And Emily's very close with her friends. I mean, this one did try to commit suicide as well. Emily did tell me. Emily went down the shop and got her some flowers and cycled over to see her in the hospital and just, or was she home? But she just turned up on her doorstep. It's what kids go through. Antidepressants, alcohol, drugs. Anyway. Bloody cats again. In and out. Are we on patrol? Would you like to come up? Coming in. Oh, you feel nice and cool. That's nice. How is it out there? Is it all good? All safe? Do you think it's down to your environment that you were raised in as well with drinking? So if it's something that you see, like go on, if it's quite normal, because I don't really, my dad would only drink socially, okay? And we would go to like the working men's club, okay, the social club, and on a Saturday night, which I loved. I loved hanging out with the men. I did. I loved it. And because I was the baby and my sisters wanted nothing to do with me, I really did crack their style. Okay, I would just play pool and watch the men play snooker. I loved it and listen to their conversation, watch them smoke their pipes. I loved the smell of it. There was no females in there either, apart from maybe the lady who worked who sold us like the crisps and gave us the soft drinks, wasn't allowed near the bar. And you had the fish man come round. My dad would always buy crab sticks. Can't stand crab sticks, but hey, I tried. So I wasn't really around a family that drank. So I don't really have an opinion on it. I think if it really affects you, I said to Emily, you know, some people go home and find like their parents drunk and have been raised like that to find their parent, you know, It's not good, but it happens. And if this is stuff that happens behind the scenes, then it's stuff that some of us are here to help to clear. And the thing with antidepressants, I think they're great if you do the work whilst you're on them to get to like the root of the problem, really to do the healing. But well, I don't think they're great. I don't want them, but I'm not against them because they can really help lift you up. But I think you need to actually do the work. Otherwise, you're just covering up, aren't you? And that's what with alcohol is my concern. It's like, yeah, you kind of say, don't you? You know, with like A&E, a lot of it is alcohol related, fighting, and what it does to the liver. The thing is, they don't tend to put much, like with here, tobacco, you know, it's not allowed to be like out in the open. It has to be behind closed screens. If you want to know how much cigarettes or tobacco is, they can't tell you. They give you a sheet. And so that, but nothing's ever done about alcohol, and I don't understand that. When on cigarette packets, they'll be putting the worst diseases ever, putting fear in you. It's like, well, if you don't give up smoking, this is going to happen to you. The most awful images, I don't think it really stops people. It would be nice if it said on them cigarette packets, maybe tomorrow. Don't beat yourself up about it. You'll do it when you're ready. How about like quotes like that? It's all a bit fucked up, if you ask me. Anyway, these are just topics, aren't they? That especially when it's comes to our young ones, I just can't understand. It's like, what kind of pressure are they going? Are they going through? I don't know. Okay, let's have a look at Living the Tao. I want to see what come out. So I'm coming off the chat. We've got the Three of Pentacles. He's definitely got hidden secrets. Okay, I'll tell you what the hidden secret is. Let me tell you what the hidden secret is. Like I know, yeah? Okay. I don't, because I haven't really channeled this message here, but then for some reason I've seen this and it's like, I'll tell you what he's got hidden away. And I wasn't even sure what I was going to tell you, but this is coming out, okay? We're getting a bit cocky now. I'm going to tell you feminine compassion. I'm going to tell you what I've got hidden away. Okay? Because we've got Living the Tao, feminine compassion, hidden secrets. Feminine compassion. So this isn't what you think. It's not as bad as what you think, apparently. So this is what I've got hidden away. And that's, I've been working on my spirituality. He's living the Tao. He's been mastering his skills. And if you think about it, when your masculine really does kind of come ready, he's going to be ready, isn't he? Otherwise, he's not going to come. It's like he's going to have the understanding to be able to explain. It's kind of like the perfect answer, really. It's when you can really, when you're living the Tao and you've got the Three of Pentacles, which is, what's Pentacles? Pentacles. Got the Three of Pentacles, which is about working with like-minded people, working on your craft. Let's say like the Apprentice card. Okay, practicing. So that's looks like the 1111 here. One coming, this is how the masculines and feminines work. You have got this, haven't you? How the masculines and feminines work. Have you heard your masculines say something that like you've told them and like then they say it as their own and you kind of go, yeah? It's like, oh, you have maybe a difference of beliefs and then they give their opinion and you give yours. And then really they've kind of gone all the way around and they've really said what you've said, but in a completely different way. But you got to like the same, you're like kind of, well, that's what I was kind of saying, but it's better to say, yeah, I get you. Like, okay, it just helps their ego a bit. All right, but you'll learn, don't you, as a feminine, just to let them have it. All right, it's fine. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, it's like you might speak to your masculine and they've got like ideas, like, and you're like, well, I want to do that. Yeah, and you're like, I must have told you that. Did I tell you that? But all of a sudden, like, they want to do it as well, but not necessarily with you, okay? But like they want to do like the same kind of project. Have you had that? And you're like, well, that's kind of like, I thought of that. But then they thought of it. Yeah, they did, but it's like the beach ball. Look at, sorry, my hair's like everywhere. Okay, I'm apologising about my hair. It's like the beach ball. Okay, beach ball's multicoloured. So you're looking from one side and you might see black, white, yellow, and they're like looking at the same ball and they're saying, I don't know, red, blue, and purple. Same thing, different colours. So the 1111 saying, I get it. It just took me, I'm not going to say a bit longer, because there's probably things that they say that's going to really matter, especially if you're picking up syncs now. So you'll pick up everything that they kind of say, and you should be able to go back actually and work out what they did say that's like relevant to now. Like they're not stupid. They don't realise they're saying it to you, but it's all relevant. So it's not what you think. They've been mastering their skill. They're there. And then we've got hidden secrets. Let's have a look at what this is. There was the they're there. Pussycat lovers and all. A lot of divine masculines don't like pussycats. That's what I've done with my statistics. I put it all together, everyone I work with, and it's like, I didn't used to like cats until like I met my feminine's cat. I absolutely love cats now. Why do you love cats? I don't know, maybe because she loves them. Yeah, Lot couldn't stand cats at all. Hidden secrets. Prince of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles here. Look, he's hiding behind his shield. Hidden secrets. He's been working on the legacy. You want a dog, Sherry? I want a dog all of a sudden. I've not even been a dog person. I thought the dog might hinder me. Have an urge for a dog. I don't think I'm going to get a dog. Dogs are masculine, aren't they? I'd like someone to walk the dog with. Okay. That's interesting, guys. Living the Tao, Three of Pentacles. What's he doing in the hermit mode? Well, he's becoming a master. I've said they want me to put it back onto Facebook. They understand it now. The Tao. Who knows when we get it? We just kind of get it, don't we? Sometimes we wake up and we just get it. Or someone just says something, just takes that one thing. Well, we just evolve. Come on. Feminine compassion. It's not what you think. He's at the end of the road. Look, he's opening it up. Oh, click his shoulder. Firm foundations. Four of Pentacles. That's normally about either holding on to things too tightly. I don't. He's got secrets in there. It's time. He's at the end of the road, so he's going to let it out. He's opening up the box. He's got the key. Okay. Let's go dun dun dun. It's all a bit shielded, a bit guarded. We've got the Divine Masculine as the underlying energy. Oh, these readings are getting interesting, aren't they? Divine Masculine, what have we got? What is it? It's time. Look, he's done in. This is meant to be the legacy card. He's realised, okay, that this is not what he wants. His dog looks a bit shabby, look. Maybe he wants a cat now. Oh. Pressure. So, remember we've got the Ten of Swords. Let's see if we can find out a bit more what's gone on. We can delve a bit deeper. You have a little white dog. It has to be a certain type of dog. I don't want a dog that's got like bad breath or big balls. Like I've seen dogs that have like the most massive balls. I don't know if I'd want a feminine. I think I might want a female dog. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe a female dog. but I don't know what type. And there's some types I know what kind of dogs I don't want. I don't know. A dog. Could you imagine the cats? They get used to it. I'm not really worried about the cats. How interesting, that Ten of Pentacles, it's not happy. Okay. A lot of realisation going on here. Hidden secrets that are just about to come to light. It's not what you think. Hi, Tasneem. Hi, Lana. Hi, everyone I've not said hi to. I'm going to enjoy reading these back later. Okay. I'm actually not going to stay on too long. It's 23:17, Laurie. Is that 17? Seriously, whenever I see 17, that's Laurie's number. And it's like, who's Laurie? Who's Laurie? Laurie loves 17. Right, okay. I'm going to, speak a bit commonly, apparently. I'm going to have a look at messages from your angels here. That's a real good choice. Hi, Alana. Living the Tao. Three of Pentacles, becoming the master. Hi, Maria. Maria, are you a problem? Are you a problem? Because in my mind, it was like, how do you solve a problem like Maria? Maria was awesome, okay? Maria was a divine feminine. She wasn't a problem. She was upbeat. She was just too light. Don't worry, I said to the lady in the bank the other day, I was trying to do like a transaction at the counter, and something was wrong with this woman's like machine, computer. So I stood there waiting, and then in the end, she kind of said to me, "You're going to go and have to see Maria." I said, "Is she a problem?" And I sang actually up to her window. How do you solve a problem like Maria? Maria, it's not. She wasn't the problem. It was a computer. Anyway, you love that movie. Me too. Love it. Like really love it. That's another twin flame movie, isn't it? And you can tell at the end when he's like singing and he's just staring at her, and like they all have like a nasty kind of character in the background who isn't in it for love. She was called the Duchess, wasn't she? Was she called that? And he was the captain. And the same with the film, The Parent Trap. Like the dad is, the whole problem is the dad's just about to marry this person who was in it, not for love, just for power and money. Beautiful. Yeah, that's exactly, wasn't she? I love that film. I like the bit where they have the goats, like, high on a hill with a lonely goat, ole, 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 ooh. I think it's great. Ole, ooh, ole, ooh, ole, ooh. It's awesome. That's like me with kids. I love putting on shows with kids. You just keep them entertained. Like it's like Mary Poppins, isn't it? You got it right. Just keep these kids entertained. Just make it fun. Just have fun with them. Play with them. Easy peasy. I found it really easy being a parent. I loved it. I love it now. We was talking today about how they know that I'm their mum, but we feel like sisters. They feel like my sisters. We talk about everything. And she cuts them like clothes, don't she, out of the curtains? Play clothes. Hilarious. She really does soften him up. The Von Trapp family. Beautiful movie. And then what about we've got the I am the angel of marriage and I am assisting you right now. What about the postman who comes to deliver the messages? And with Lisa is her name, and they do the scene in the summer house. Is it you are 16 going on 17? Oh, that's lovely. That's the words to that is beautiful. Quite like the little dance as well. But I'm a sucker for things like that. I love it. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, is that her name? Lizelle. Yeah, you love that scene. I actually went to, when I was in Austria, so I went to Austria and I went to Salzburg. And I actually, my sister didn't go with me. We was with another lady who her health wouldn't take her up the hills. Because in Salzburg, you've got kind of like, I don't know what it is, if it's the palace, and it's on top of the hill, and you can kind of get the cart, I don't know, the tram up to it. Well, I wasn't planning that. We done some side streets and got a drink, and I was like, there's a convent up there, and it took me to the Sound of Music. It's like, the convent's up there. I'm going to walk up there. You guys stay here. Okay, I won't be long. Well, I took a wrong turn and nearly walked up to the palace, so it was quite steep, a bit lost. But I managed to find the convent, and I walked around it. And that was nice, Salzburg, because they filmed The Sound of Music there. Yeah. Anyway, I love it. I wanted to kind of run along the fields, but we weren't really like, the hills, I should say. The hills are alive with the sound of music. La, 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 la. Ah, Daniel, I am the angel of marriage and I am assisting you right now. It's not what you think. I want to work in partnership. It's the spiritual connection, the spiritual marriage. Where are we going? We're off to Austria. Let's do it. I bloody love it. And I like to kind of like do some research as well. This was more of a planned like excursion holiday. It was like a coach. We flew to Germany and the rest was on coach, and so all the excursions were kind of booked in. We went to some amazing places. So it was an awesome holiday. I would do it again with a company like that. It was amazing. You can imagine I uplifted the coach. We got pulled up. They pull you over because you cross borders. The police pull you over and they pulled over like our coach. Why did everyone on the coach turn around and say they're here for Lucy? Like, obviously, I got a bit of a reputation. I uplifted them. We were the youngest ones there. I was the youngest because we're talking these guys were all retired. There was only about 14 of us. So we all had dinner together. And we had fun. Oh. Anyway, it was fun. I loved it. Jess, do you know that's come up 4 times in a row, your message? If you didn't type that 4 times, what you just typed, because I've noticed the syncs, and the ladies will, the ones I've said to them, did you just type that a couple of times? That's come up 4 times my end. Jess, you saying we've been talking about marriage the last couple of nights. And has the talk got better? Because you did say about marriage as if he said that he didn't want to get married. And it was you, Jess, wasn't it? And you were like, well, I kind of want to. I want the title. Has the kind of energy calmed down a little bit? Just like chill out. And like I said to you, it's not the kind of marriage. I actually thought of you when that card came out. I thought it's not the type of marriage that your belief systems are clashing on what you actually perceive marriage to be and what that entails. Especially if they've been in other relationships where marriage wasn't, marriage was a contract. You were tied down. I mean, you think about it. You go, when you kind of walk down the aisle, I think we should just be saying, like, if the normal kind of marriage, how I see it, is when you're married, you're not really allowed to be friends or close with the opposite sex. So I have a look at what you're giving up. It's like, well, as from this moment forward, I will not have any male friends. I will not interact with any male friends I mean, you kind of get what kind of, like, so much freedom's taken if you go with it. I was lucky I didn't have a husband that questioned me on anything. He knew I kind of get on with men better than women. So I didn't really have that. But I did tell my husband that, don't worry, I'll tell you if I'm not happy, so you don't have to kind of worry about that. So he knew that I'd be up front. So don't worry about it. If it happens, then you'll know, because I'll tell you. Like, if I wasn't happy and I was leaving, I wouldn't want to cheat on my husband. If I cheated, which I did, I left. Might have taken me a couple of months, but at least I left. But I knew that was a plan. Okay, what we got here? I knew that was the plan. Did we now? Apparently so. Okay then. That's probably why I was so honest up front. I always said to my husband, I can't promise you forever, but I can promise you now. And I will promise you that if I'm not happy, then I will let you know. I didn't want to make a fool out of him. That's not my style. It's like I didn't tell him the whole truth. Like that, you know, I cheated. I just told him I wasn't happy and got out of it. We've got Fiona with feminine compassion, the Four of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. Now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. We've been saying about heaven, angels are helping the divine masculine. Although keep actually now, all night, that song I sang earlier from the script, I'm going to share it. When the heart don't break even, and there's a part in it where it says, I'm praying to a God that I don't believe in. Now, I was speaking to somebody yesterday. I did not experience this with my transition. Some of you, or my transition, well, some of you might, and that is some people talk about you going like you initiating yourself. I don't quite understand it. Where you kind of drop to your knees and you hand over, you like surrender. I've heard lots of these stories. I don't know. I just feel I've always lived this. Maybe because I've kind of been left be and I've just been allowed to do what I want. So trusting my own intuition. Hey, I've been talking to myself for like years and guiding myself. So I'm not going to listen to anyone else because I'm okay. I'm not doing a bad job. Okay. And I don't really like how some people live. And it's like, I don't really want to take your advice. That doesn't feel right. And I think that's why maybe I'm quite an open channel. I didn't have parents that interfered. I think I've done a lot in previous lives. And I just, you know, I'm here to help wake the bloody divine masculines up, all right? Let's not bullshit this. I know that. So, do you know what I'm talking about? Falling to your knees or something? Laurie, God cares very much about you. Be careful what you say, girl. He does. But for me, it wasn't. And I know that some people, this has been like, it's literally brought them down. And I feel that's more the masculine energy. And in that song, the script, it's all scripted apparently, it says, I pray to a God that I don't believe in. And this says, now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. That's interesting. And now that we've kind of accepted, like, you know, come on, our faith, our belief in this, it's because of the synchronizations, and we're more open and receptive to noticing them. They've always been there. We were just blind. More come. Same with the masculines. It's like all of a sudden they know, and they know how they're going to explain it. It's quite beautiful, but they want out of that, the drama. It's really nice living on this side, isn't it? No matter what, I choose this. I'll tell you the only time it bloody killed me kneeling, I'm not going to do it again, all right, is when I got married. And I had like a massive dress on. I'll do it so differently second time round. I always said to my husband, I'm going to get married again. Our first wedding was amazing. It was massive. We paid for it all ourselves. It was like within 2 months of like dating, we had got engaged. And then a year later, it was the wedding day. It was quite quick. And then a month after that, we fell pregnant for Megan. It was all planned. And very quick how we kind of got on with it. I remember being in so much bloody pain, kneeling on them stone steps of a church. And the ring, because you have like a ring, it was a big, big fluffy, like not fluffy, it was like I think like a Latino dancer. I had a massive train and it was just puff. Nice bodice, but a puff. And I remember kneeling down, like, I don't even know what we were saying, okay? And all I'm thinking is, this is so uncomfortable. This is so bloody uncomfortable. And do I have anything stuck to like the bottom of my shoes? Because if I can see, like, anyway, it was a good day. It was a good day. But that's what that took me to, kneeling. The only other time, whenever I do go into a church or something, if no one's in there, I will go and like repent my sins. So I will always kneel. The kids go, seriously? Especially like Italy, in Italy. If I find a chapel or that, I always go in there, look round, and I just kind of go. The kids go, what? What are you doing? And then I make sure I get behind that, you know, the thing that they speak behind, and they're like, get down. And I got attention, and I want to give the sermon. Serious, I have no respect. I do have respect. It's just, how can you not? Thank goodness I can't get to the organ. Could you imagine? I don't know why. There's certain places I feel like misbehaving in. Churches, libraries, doctor surgeries. I don't know. Right. Getting carried away. It's your evening entertainment. That's a good card. Come on. Now that you've asked for, it's a good how I'm putting it together. You've got to agree. Come on. Now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance, and you deserve heaven's help. Now, with this Prince of Pentacles, hidden secrets, I keep feeling they're tapping into the Akashic records. That's what I think they've done. I spoke about it today. They tapped into the Akashic records. Written in the stars. All the stars are gone. Where are the stars gone? Right, at the beginning of this video, I said I went outside, there's no stars there. They've got them. They've got the script. How on earth did you think your masculine was going to get woken up? Like, seriously. Thee who have little faith. You hear these terms, the Akashic records. You know how your abilities are strengthened. Is it 333 there, Mark? Hi. That's your number. Mine's 666. I'm not joking. Oh, okay. We've got Akasha. You are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. Hidden secrets, the Akashic records. I'm only just starting. I don't even know how to kind of really tap into them, okay? But I know they exist and I do speak about them, but I could not tell you more apart from everything you need to know. It's all written. It's already been written. It's kind of, the only way I can understand it is every intention that we send out there, every wish, every dream, it's all recorded. Not my area at the moment. Looks like it is the masculine's area. They can see that marriage is written in the stars with the divine feminine. They see the legacy. That pretty much blows me away, guys. I'd like to believe in that. Would you? That they've seen the script. Watch the video for the script. It's quite good as well. Wish upon a star. It's been coming up all the time. Here, wish upon a star. I said it again earlier. It's like, but you know my wishes. Why do you keep getting me to clarify them? You know my wishes. It was like we had to be certain. There was something the feminines had to do. To be certain. You had a henna tattoo done yesterday. Something about tattoos is coming up as well, Alana. When we were speaking about dragons, someone said about dragon tattoos. I don't know whether the masculines are getting themselves tattooed. And the stars are gone. And where would they be? if it's written in the stars in the Akashic records, I say that they kind of, well, they got them in this little, they've been hiding them in this little chest here, working them out. I'm quite blown away by that. I get blown away every day more. Kylie Minogue. Aisha. I don't even think that's how you say her name. It says it's a good time to give birth. We said it was in the birthing canal. So now is a good time to actually birth. It's time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I'm watching over you, guiding you and protecting you during these changes. Are you loving connecting with your dragons now? Thank you, Alana, so much. I think it's more like we hang on to other people's, like maybe what I say gives you more belief, okay, in what you could find yourself. And that's what Alana kind of does for me with her light language. It's kind of like, if Alana believes in dragons and everything, it's like, oh, okay, my belief is, I like that. I believe that as well. It's like a reputation thing, kind of, well, it's finding your belief systems, and I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know why I'm shuffling. I think we want another bottom of the deck because I'm not going to pull anymore. I'm trying to think about what I was saying with that. It's something about my belief. You know what I mean? So like Alana says, your dragon's pink, and I don't disagree. I'm like, all right, okay. It's like she knows more about dragons than what I do. And then I become my own little dragon. There's no rules, is there? So it's just what we believe we can do with our dragon. I love it. Thank you. It's like a week ago I didn't have a dragon, did I? A week ago I couldn't really see through objects. And I definitely wasn't so aware of what was going on in my dream space. It's like I can't really tell whether I'm asleep or awake. But I'm aware. Got crystal. Who's always doing crystals? Who said they were doing crystals and they stopped? Because we've got crystal and it says have faith and hope, because there is something positive and new on the horizon that you can't yet see. And that is perfect to end it, isn't it, really? We've got to have faith and hope because there is something positive and new on the horizon that you can't yet see. See you later, Mark. I'm not going to touch that. I'd like to see if it would help us maybe a bit with the Akashic records, if it can let us know a little bit more. So earlier on, you guys, if you notice, you were speaking about Mercury retrograde, and the last card that came up said that there was planetary movements. Okay, so spot on there. In union, for oneness, in union with your twin, you're an emerald dragon. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, speak to me. Speak to me. Who wants to speak to me? Sacred Spirit, of course. This might be our best bet. We're actually like going looking now. See? Did you see that? Look, there was a glint in my eye. Something kind of made it look like I was like, I don't know, a robot. Wow. Awesome sauce. I Spy. Well, it's like they're becoming a lot more clearer and apparent. these readings. I know because I'll be saying words that I don't normally use, and the Akashic Records is one that's been coming up. There's the card. Let's see what it wants to say. I'm going to get off as well soon, guys. We've been an hour and 5 minutes. I tell you, my readings don't feel nowhere near. Have you got tummy ache? Should we see what the card says? That might be nervousness, anxiety. It would come up in the reading. Even Megan said to me, she feels a bit sick at times. It was like, I feel a bit sick. So just breathe through it. It's not... I was with a Divine Feminine yesterday, and she had a stabbing pain at one point, one side of her. Okay, and she said, this isn't mine. And it was a stabbing pain. And then she has this side, because she's like going, oh, and I'm going, what's wrong? And she's like, oh, this one's different. She said, this one feels more like it's all curled up, like a cramp. So breathe through it. And also, my daughter's Divine Masculine for the last 2 days have been sick in the morning. I spoke about ascension symptoms, where I went through a stage where I was just being sick. I was sick yesterday morning, no reason why. I feel sick a lot of the time. Just breathe through it and just say, calm down, it's okay. It's like a nervousness, okay? Like when you're at this stage, you feel really sick. So, yeah. But I loved how the Divine Feminine I was with just said, oh, it's not mine. I thought, oh, you're so good. Yeah. A lot as well. A lot of the counterparts are starting to see now how they're probably more likely to be able to heal themselves than to go to the doctors about certain things. So that one, medical care, it's like you trust yourself to take care of you now a bit more, which is nice, to drop that fear of like you getting an illness or dying, or, we're not afraid of that, or we shouldn't be afraid of passing over. Soul fragments. 33, Mark's gone, hasn't he? Balance will be restored. Is that Christ consciousness number as well, guys? 33. Okay. So let's see if this card tells us what we are wanting to know. Balance will be restored. Reclaim your inner power. Right, I'm going to try and get it where there's not a... You're going to have to look from afar, of course. The life of our soul is infinite, and while aspects of the self are never truly lost, they can separate through times of trauma, grief, separation, loss, or refusing to deal with an issue. So for me, because there's a spiritual marriage coming in here, we're living the Tao, understanding that really why you and your counterpart were separated. Okay? But balance will be restored. It's a yin yang, but it happens during moments of grief. Let's just reread that. The life of our soul is infinite, and while aspects of the self are never truly lost, they can separate through times of trauma, grief, separation, loss, or refusing to deal with an issue. The psyche's self-preservation causes this illusionary disconnection as it chooses to distance itself from the situation in question. These fragments are merely in places our consciousness has chosen to forget, to spare the emotional turmoil from an intense emotional experience. Recalling these fragments with love, healing, and understanding allows the soul to continue moving forward without the individual feeling stuck in the past or unable to get over an issue or event. Empowering and liberating, retrieval is recommended if you feel you are missing parts of yourself. Now, we've been working on this, especially today. It's about restoring balance. Okay, so recalling these fragments with love, healing, and understanding allows the soul to continue moving forward without the individual feeling stuck in the past or unable to get over an issue or event. Okay. Although sometimes challenging to find, conscious thought and skillful self-awareness is all that is required to recall a soul fragment back to its host. So although it's sometimes challenging to find, it's taken a while, slow and steady, come on, they've been looking. Conscious thought and skillful self-awareness is all that is required to recall a soul fragment back to its host. Seek a professional guide if you feel more comfortable. Currently, you may be feeling incomplete, not like yourself, physically flat with no motivation, lacking joy in your life, or even that you are unable to move forward in your life. Right now, your soul needs to reclaim a part of its missing memory. Past trauma that is being held within you is crying out to be healed. Through recollection, you will be able to see the truth and the situation for what it is. Be careful. You are entering a period in which you will be challenged emotionally. Build your resilience and remain objective. So fear-based experiences need to be addressed now. Past life regression could be beneficial to create understanding of phobias, deep-seated fears, or subconscious patterns that have previously controlled areas of your life and reclaim your power. The shadow aspect is fear, shallowness, detachment. The Boji stones, do you know of them? B-O-J-I. Boji stones? That's a sacred crystal anyway. The angel assistance is Guardian Angel Rampel. Clearing karmic debris, recalling lost soul fragments. Affirmation, I am the master. I told you. I am the master of my own mind. I am ready to move on. I don't know what my life would be like without this. This is very entertaining. Very entertaining. Do you? You have tons of them. I can't believe how it's just spot on. And I know it's spot on because I'll go off and speak to someone in a day or a couple of days, someone who doesn't watch my readings, and they've just clarified to me that it's spot on. It's beautiful. It's happening, guys. Don't ask how it's happening. It's just happening. Have faith and hope because there is something positive and new on the horizon that you can't yet see. They are living stones. Okay, it's a date. Seriously. We're going to chat tomorrow because there's some things that, because I'm finding it really hard to connect with all of you and giving you all my time. So a few new ideas I've got for readings, but the past life reading come up here. I'm just kind of catching up with Laurie. I'll speak to you tomorrow, sweetie, because I actually want to do you a reading that's recorded, and then we're going to have a little Skype, but I'm going to keep my Skypes shorter. And I thought that maybe we could speed date. So like 25 minutes with me, but I'll have someone who's waiting. So I won't be able to stay on because if you have an hour Skype with me, we normally stay on for about 2. And Laurie, if we talk on Skype, we're not going to do the reading, are we? Laurie, do you want a past life? I think that's what you said. So I'm going to change the arrangement. So tomorrow I want to do your past life reading. Mariah, if you're watching, I'm going to do your mum's tomorrow as well. Guys, I do a past life reading. I've had really good feedback from them, okay? And it's picking up here when it said past life regression. I'm not doing that. I don't do past life regressions. But I do ask the cards kind of where you was, okay, in your last life and what you've kind of brought forward into here, this life, and any challenges you have, kind of what the karma needs to be cleared. It's very, I thought it was amazing. Laurie, I'll do that tomorrow, okay? And Mariah, like I said, if you're on here, Brenda, I'm doing you a small one. And then I actually think you're only the guys left, but I wanted to speak to you. How you can book one? Okay, if you just need to email me and let me know. If you want a price list, it's on the last video. I haven't attached a description to this one. Okay, but I'm keeping them at $25. It's a good 45 minutes, a good hour. So I think that's a really good one to get now, guys. I had it as a January and then I kept it in February, and it's just too good. Rather than like, I don't do them readings anyway. Where's my twin? If you have a session with me, we'll talk about it. But it's the Skype calls that I really want to, and it's like speed dating. So we'll have like 25 minutes, and I think I'll do them for like $25. That for me is keeping the price, but I keep it to like under 30 minutes. And then if you want like a longer session, you tends to be about 2 hours is an average Skype call that you'll have, even if you think you're going to get an hour. Okay, it takes normally 2 hours, but I can answer a lot in half an hour. Anyway, so, and I can normally pinpoint what you kind of need to work on. With any of my readings, if you've had a reading, they're really quite intense. You'll need to watch them about 6. It tends to be about 6, 7 times people watch it. I can see how many times they've watched their video. I don't watch it back, but it's just like a YouTube video. It has a counter on it. So, and it's good. They normally tell me as well, I'm going to really watch this. So I haven't had like many professional tarot readings done. I've had a half-hour Skype call with someone that cost me a lot of money, around about 150, and it was completely, that's what made me become this, because I was disgusted, to be honest with you, how someone could talk to me after I'd paid money. Okay, and they didn't actually want to talk to me. So I think the readings are lovely. I do. I thoroughly enjoy them, and I think you're getting definitely your like contributions worth. But so sorry, TiVos. Email me. That's the only way you can book a reading from me. Don't try and book them through Facebook. I'm not going to take you seriously. The business way is you email me at thejourneyascension@gmail.com. And I can either send you a price list or you just tell me what you want. I'll get back to you. Sometimes Divine, now this has been happening, especially during this shift, Divine will make you wait. Made Alana wait. It made Anna wait. They were good readings, so what I think they were, and worth the wait. And some people say to me, thank you for waiting for when the energy's right. You might not have wanted a reading like when you thought you wanted it, because it depends what the energy's like. Okay, so what I was going to do this speed dating. So Laurie, I want to book you in for a half-hour speed date. Okay, and then we just get, because we've already had a Skype session, if that's cool with you. And but we'll deal with it. We'll talk about it more tomorrow. I'm going to get a list out of the services, because have you guys got any readings that you think that would be quite good? I want to try and keep the price as much as I can quite low for you guys. I could speak to more of you. Anyway, but they're going to have to be shorter. They're going to have to be shorter. But Skypes are awesome because we can get a lot done. Don't have to wait for uploading or anything like that. And we can get right to it. You can practice your dating, facing me and all that. Okay. Right. That's that spoke about. Did I answer you too, Rose? Check in the last video earlier, as all the details in there, okay? Send it through. It's Sunday. I'm wrapping up what I've got kind of left from this little gap. But Divine makes you wait if it needs to. So it's not me. I always try and get your reading out, but I will not do your reading if I don't feel the energy wants me to. And okay. Right, so get them booked in. This past life reading is good. Okay, it's good. I try and go, I try and bring some sense to it and give you something to work on. Okay. Am I going to put anything else? Would you like me to end on anything? Did I say I was going to end on anything? Divine, it's all divine timing. Yeah, but for my conscience, I mean, I've never been in a place like in a position where it's like, sorry, I can't really do your reading today because like the energy's like changing. It's like it's going to be a different story and I don't really know what's going on. And this can go on not for too long, but it can go on sometimes. It's been quite a long one, this one. I feel quite embarrassed because I like to get, that's why Skypes are good, because they don't tend to like be affected. If you've booked in a time with me and we've got it like confirmed, then we're on. So I thought maybe 3 times a week. We'll work with some different times as well, speed dating. And maybe I'll just do 2 hours worth, which means I can speak to 4 of you in 2 hours. That's awesome. That's like a morning video for me and waiting for the upload and then watch. Actually, it's quicker. Okay, so we're going to have some different stuff. Do you want me to pull another card before I go? What day is it? It's Saturday, isn't it? Yes, it is. We've got 4 minutes until it's Sunday. Would you like a Mother Mary? Yeah. That name's been coming up so much today. Mary. Laurie, I'll pull you a roomie in your reading. I spy with my little eyes some very tasty cookies. What are they? Double dough. Okay, Mary, then. There might have been others that said roomie, but I did just see Mary. Mary has been coming up so much today. Okay, so me and Megan was talking a lot about, for one, when she was a young girl, like she was young because Emily was 2 when my mum made her transition and Megan's 3 years older. Okay, so Megan would have been like 5. And we were out. Where were we? We were in... It was in Maidstone, I think, in Kent. So I was in my hometown. Of course, my mum was alive. Okay. And we were in like one of these, you know, these pubs that have a soft play for children. You know, you have the pubs, I think it was like called a Charlie Chalk or something. Anyway, we was there and we're taking the kids there, and it was, I didn't live in the area, so I was visiting. And my mum was there, and I walked around the corner and my mum looked at me, and okay, I'm going to cut a long story really short here. But my mum had spoken to a kid that she thought was Megan. And she went to me, oh my goodness, I've just spoken to this child. You need to see this child. She's identical to Megan, like identical. Anyway, so this kid, I'm like looking, and this kid comes up and I said, look, like her and Megan, same age, identical, strawberry blonde hair. And I said, what's your name? And she said, her name was Mary. And me and Megan was talking about it today, Mary and Megan. I said, like, that was your twin. Like, your nan was talking to this kid as if it was you. It was like a double take, and it reminded me of, like, The Parent Trap. Anyway, and who's been speaking about Mary Magdalene and the Mother Mary? Oh, okay. We're going to end. Anyway, so, like, twins again. It's just everything's about twins. And having, like, an identical twin, maybe. I don't know. It's like, she's out there. I wonder what she looks like now. I said her name was Mary. I can't think what else Megan said. Something else come up about Mary. Your neighbour would always call my daughter Megan. Her name is Morgan. Oh, my husband's like Nan would always call her Megan. Hello, Megan. No. We've got Our Lady of the Whispering Heart. Well, I'm not familiar with this one, guys. Like ever on the channel. I've been going a while now. Okay, let's end on this. Our Lady of the Whispering Heart. It's card number 2. So you can say your goodbyes if you like. I'm going to kind of get off after this one, guys. Okay, but we'll catch up tomorrow, 4:00 p.m. my time. Let's read this. Okay. I felt like I wanted to cry before we even started. I don't know why, but anyway. Yes, I will catch up with you all soon. Thank you for joining me. I will check out what your kind of messages say. And okay. Yeah, all sleep well, yeah. Or travel well. Safe travels, Alana. Let's read this message, guys. I want to be close to you, my cherished child, so I dwell within your heart. From that sacred place, I speak to you daily. Can you feel my presence? I am the voice within that assures you all is well. I am the feeling in your heart that tells you it is all right to trust, no matter what appears to be. I am the knowing in your heart that every prayer you speak is heard and answered by me instantly. I am the joy and relief in your heart as you realise that your answered prayers are already unfolding in divine perfection. Listen for me and know peace within. The clearest guidance is not always the loudest voice. Sometimes fear and doubt yell, where love and trust speak quietly but consistently from deep within the heart. You're being asked to trust in the truths of your heart, even if they seem quieter than voices of fear from within you or coming from those around you. The truths of the heart cut through emotional reactions and mental anguish. The heart simply speaks of what is without distortion. When we hear the heart speak, we know in our bones that what is spoken of is true. No wonder why we're getting this now. You just know. Hearing the heart truths may necessitate an action that we would rather not take. Perhaps we need to wait for more of the picture to become clear to us, for a way forward to be shown. When we would dearly just love to act and have the whole situation over and done with. Or perhaps the time for action has come and we can see the invitation to move forward opening up. To accept that invitation may require a deeply saddening goodbye, a great loss, or a temporary loneliness, even whilst we may sense the wonder and happiness of that which calls us to move on. Our Lady of the Whispering Heart speaks to us of courage, of trust and inner knowing. She tells us to trust our inner truths above and beyond any opinion of any other. You will know deep within what needs to happen and when. The details are held in the loving genius of the Divine Mother and revealed through your heart in the perfect way and at the perfect time. All you need to do is listen and apply with patience and trust the wisdom that is felt from within. If you are finding it hard to hear that wisdom, the Divine Mother says this to you. What would your heart say if it was completely free from fear? This oracle also speaks of an important message that is coming to you now or will very soon. This message is either in answer to a prayer already uttered or an answer to a question you didn't even know that you held within. Pay attention to your heart, using the following healing process and affirmation to help connect with this important guidance within. Your world is changing, beloved. You have all the guiding light that you need for this change to be a healing one, even if some sadness is a necessary rite of passage into your greater emerging happiness. Have faith. The Mother is with you, guiding you through your heart always. This oracle has come to remind you of this and to let you know that now, in particular, she is whispering to you, and what you feel in your heart is truth. Comes in with earlier's reading. It's beautiful. So I have to take a breath. That was hard to get out. I don't know, that was heartfelt. It's like I don't know what's going on, but I can feel when I'm a bit panicky or anxious. I don't know. It was just healing process and affirmation. Sit quietly with your hands on your heart. You can have your right hand resting gently over your left hand as it rests at the center of your chest. Feel tenderness and love for yourself as you allow a gentle smile to soften at the corners of your mouth. Say either quietly in your mind or aloud, "Whatever my heart feels is sacred emotion. It is fuel for my holy process of change and spiritual growth. I accept it willingly and ask for the Holy Mother's grace and unconditional love to help me hear, honour, and respond to my heart truths now and always." Now imagine that you and your heart are in harmony with each other. Different waves of coloured light flow from your heart and you respond to each wave of colour with love. Imagine just receiving the colours as they flow and acknowledging them with love. The colours may be many or few. This process may take a few seconds or several minutes. Just sit with your heart and allow an exchange of energy. During this time, you may have clear, conscious realizations of inner guidance, which you can neutrally acknowledge and accept with gratitude. You may also have a very subtle experience with not much thought and no words at all, which is perfectly healing in its own way. Stay with and accept whatever your sacred communication is at this time. Know that you are receiving your heart's intelligence, even if at a subconscious level, and when it is time for it to be known consciously, it will rise to the surface of your awareness. When you are ready, you may like to finish the healing process with this affirmation. The truths of my heart are made clear by Mother Mary's loving grace. She speaks through my heart and I hear her whisper truth. All guidance that I need is with me now. In this I trust. Through my own divine nature and her perfect grace, it is so. I thought that was lovely. Okay, I'm going. Much love. I will speak to you soon, okay? Tomorrow. Sweet dreams, safe travels. Have fun. Stay high. And okay, we'll catch up soon. It was 13255. I don't know why I said that, but I did. Okay. Bye for now, guys. Much love. Bye.